We mentioned logs before, so let's actually use them now. Just like exponents have a base, so do logs. If, for example, like in this function we have here, our exponent has a base of 2, then so does the log that is its inverse. Let's plug a number in and try something out. We know that for this function, f of 3 is equal to 2 to the third, or just 8. Using logs, this means that log base 2 of 8 equals 3. I know this is all very new, so if this sounds confusing or unfamiliar, that's not a big deal at all. Don't worry, we will keep working with these and you'll come to understand them very well in a short period of time. Now we can see more clearly what's going on here if we rewrite this 8. We can instead put 2 to the third there, and this shows what's really happening. We know that log base 2 is the inverse of what's happening here, and we can see here that it really is undoing what happened to the original 3, that input. With the function f, we input 3 and it output 8. When we input that number, the output, into the log function, in other words, when we took log base 2 of 8, the output was the original input. This inverse function, this log function, undid to the 3 what f did to it in the first place. Let's look at this in a different way. When we input 3 into our exponential function, it spits out 2 to the third. Then when we use 2 to the third as the input for the logarithmic function, that's the inverse of the exponential one, the output is 3 again. Similarly, if we use 3 as the input for a logarithmic function, the exponential function undoes what the log does. In other words, 2 to the power of log base 2 of 3 is equal to 3. This is just confirming that these two inverse functions behave just like other inverse functions. F of f inverse of x gives us x, and f inverse of f of x gives us x. So here's a couple for you to try on your own. What is log base 2 of 16? And what is log base 2 of 64? Giving you a little hint for how to think about these, try to rewrite 16 as 2 to some power. What power belongs here? And then how does that affect what number goes over here? Maybe you can think about this one in the same way.